Hello, Susan Vincentz here, and now that we have moved over to Gmail from Outlook and Office 365, we're going to go over some basic settings that you will want to look at as you begin using Gmail to access your email for Christian Academy School System. So to access your new Gmail account, remember, it is still going to be your regular email address, first initial last name, @caschools.us. Just the process of the place you go to access it is different. So you can still go to mail.caschools.us to access it. Or if you are on your Google account in your Google Drive, click on the waffle on the top right-hand corner, and you can click the big red M that says Mail. That is the Gmail symbol. If you're using a Chromebook, you may see a link at the bottom in your shelf or launch pad. So you can click the big red M, and we're going to open our Gmail. Don't be too concerned at the very beginning if you don't see all of your mail populated. As we go through the first several days, your mail will eventually populate. So the main thing we're going to look at today is the settings. So if you navigate over to the right-hand side, there's a settings gear. Click on that. And the first thing you might want to look at is configuring your inbox. When you configure your inbox, it allows you to create tabs across the top where emails that are of social content, promotional content, updates, and forums will automatically go to. So that's definitely a personal preference. If you prefer your email to be separated out, you can go ahead and turn on those squares and save them. And it will create tabs across the top where it will automatically deliver mail of those natures. Now, that's also saying that you're going to have to remember to check for certain things underneath those tabs in case something accidentally goes to the wrong spot. Okay, so I'm going to click on the settings button again, and we're going to go down and click on actual settings. And there's several things that we're going to be aware of. Some of these things I'm going to cover here are also covered in separate videos that we will share with you via email and on our Tech Integrator website. Okay, so the first thing you want to scroll down to is your page size. If you scroll there, maximum page size, you can choose how many messages that you want down the page. So it goes all the way up to 100. If you set this to a smaller number, then you're having to, let me go back for just a split second. If you set this to a smaller number and you have several messages down through here, then you're going to have to use a page arrow to click to the next page of messages. So I tend to set that to the largest amount possible, just so I don't have to remember to continue turning pages. Okay, another thing that you want to pay close attention to is the default reply behavior. It will probably on yours be set to automatically reply to all, so check that. I always want to go in on mine and just set reply. So in other words, when I hit that backwards arrow to reply, it will just reply to that one person. If I choose to reply to the whole group that's emailing me, then I can choose reply all for myself. But I always keep that on just regular reply. The default text style, you can choose this by dropping down the menu, choosing the font that you want, size, style, and all that. Conversation view, this was like this in Outlook, and you had to either turn it off or turn it on, depending on your personal preference. Conversation view turned on allows, if you're having a conversation with a teammate or an administrator and it's a conversation with several emails back and forth, it groups them together. Then you have to use an arrow to expand out the rest of the conversation. In my personal opinion, sometimes it's harder to find things, but many people prefer this option, so definitely up to you. If I turn conversation view off, that just lets me see each individual message in chronological order with the latest on top. So I tend to turn it off, but some people prefer that on. Other things down here, if you have the preview pane set up, which is covered in another video, it will allow you to choose when to mark it as read, in other words, when to unbold it. Desktop notifications, You can choose to turn those on or just important or turn them off completely. I tend to turn these off and advise teachers to do so, especially if you have your email open on your desktop screen and your projector or your smartboard is turned on. You do not want those mail notifications popping up during the middle of a lesson presentation. So I tend to keep those turned off and just check my email. Starring is just like favoriting or bookmarking a website. This allows you to star a website, and this is covered in a separate video, so more information on that you can look in our library of videos as we move forward. And the other thing is a place here to change your picture. If you already have a picture on your Google profile on your Google Drive, that picture will transfer here, and you can also change it from here, and it'll change your picture throughout all of Gmail and all of your Google tools. Okay, and then here, your signature. My advice is to copy and paste your signature from your Outlook account over to this account, and you won't have to recreate it. So what you're going to want to do is press the button beside the signature editing box, put your signature in how you want it according to the requirements. And then you're also going to want to check the box down here if you want it to be included when you hit reply. Okay, if you don't check this box, your signature will only be in new mail messages. If you do check this box, it will be in replies also. Okay, and then as we continue scrolling on down, the other main thing that you're going to want to be aware of is the vacation responder. In Outlook and Office 365, this was called either automatic sending or out of office replies. So the vacation responder is what it is referred to as in Gmail. So you can turn it on, set your dates, set a subject, and then put in your message such as, I will be out of the office between this date and this date. I will answer emails as soon as possible, and so on. Now, once you set up any of these general settings, you're going to want to scroll all the way down and hit Save Changes. Whether you come in here to make one quick change or whether you go down the list and make several changes, before you leave the screen, you always need to hit Save Changes. Okay. Now, other various more in-depth information will be covered in some further videos as we continue moving forward, and they will be shared with you in various ways. As always, if you need help, contact one of the technology integration specialists for either elementary or secondary, and we will be happy to assist you as we continue to get to know our new Gmail system. Thank you. Have a great day.